Following the social distancing and isolation during the COVID-19 pandemic, many people have reported feeling isolated, lonely, and high amounts of stress. This information was recently supported by a statement from the federal government which states, "The Australian government has made significant investments in the mental health and suicide prevention prior to the COVID-19 pandemic and has continued to do so as part of Australia's evolving response, with an estimated additional $500 million having been channeled into the mental health services so far this year." This is where my community service pitch comes from. I would like to create a program which deals with the isolation and loneliness felt by two of the most vulnerable demographics, the elderly and young people. Many elderly people have been forced into quarantine for their own safety and have had no contact with relatives and their community for a while most young people have felt a significant disturbance to their life and additional stress factors as they've been isolated from friends and been able to go to school. The program involves both the younger and older demographics sharing their skills and knowledge in a way that can be of service to the community. For example, they could both work together to create beanies which would be donated to a third organization. The project's goal is to build positive relationships during the community and allow for all people involved to feel that they are part of something bigger than just themselves. In creating this program, I started collecting data from two different surveys sent to people in the older and younger demographics. I received a total of 14 responses from people between the ages of 55 and 82 for the older demographic. Of those responses, 86% believed that the pandemic directly affected the mental health of the elderly, while the remaining 14% replied maybe in response to the question, "Do you believe that the pandemic has affected the mental health of the elderly?" In the younger demographic, I received a total of 13 responses, of which 85% answered yes to the same question regarding the mental health of younger people. In this survey as well, 8% answered maybe and 8% answered no when they asked if they believed the pandemic affected the mental health of young people. This shows the belief that most people think that this is an issue worth targeting in our society. In this survey, the participants were also questioned about if they believed the program would be successful in reuniting the community. In the younger demographic, a total of 85% responded with yes, and 86% of the participants replied with either maybe or yes when asked if they had participated in the program. In the older demographic, a total of 71% responded with a definitive yes to if they believed the program would be successful, and the remainder of the responses replied with maybe, while 86% of the older participants replied with either maybe or yes when asked if they had participated in the program in the future. I think that with the support of schools, retirement villages, and community centers, this program could make a real difference in our community in uniting everyone. Thank you.